Over the past few months, Grandview Asset Management has been taking us step by step through a retirement checklist. We're at the final 5 points today. Grandview Asset Management is sponsoring this segment. Bruce Smith is president and CEO. You say this last part here could be called getting ready for your longest vacation. I mean, explain.
It's a long vacation, and we've covered a lot in the last, this is my third appearance on this.
Yes.
We talk about doing a budget, to cutting down debt, all those type of things. But you know, the last few that I'm going to cover here are probably the most important that some people might have a struggle with or really don't even take in consideration.
Okay, let's go through this. The end of your checklist, we're going to go point by point. The first, Social Security.
Social Security makes up, for most people, that's their main retirement income source. The question's, when do I take Social Security? When does my spouse take Social Security? Do you take it at 62, full retirement age, wait till age 70? Is it taxable? So there's a lot of things involved in that Social Security because it's a decision that's made. It's almost like a final decision. Very important. We're having a Social Security workshop on October 11th, so I'm going to give a little commercial.
Sure.
Go to our website, grandview.com, to sign up. We're actually going to have a Social Security person on, we're using Teams, but we're going to have a live person talk about Social Security, and it can answer your questions.
Oh, that's really helpful, especially
absolutely.
if you're towards the end of this list right now. And then the next thing is your portfolio.
Yeah, this is where a Grandview Asset Management really comes into place. We're a fee-based registered investment advisor. We are a fiduciary. I've been doing this for 30 years. I love what I do. I have a passion for it. But portfolios, if you have a old 401k, IRAs, Roth IRAs, you know, how do I invest my money going forward? Because this money is not replaceable. You're retiring, and you don't want to go back to work.
Right. Right. You need
20,
that paycheck to keep coming.
Yeah, and 2022 was not a good year for the market. So one of the topics we talked about last time was about anxiety, and that's what people run into of is my money going to last long enough?
Yeah.
So this is a really important. This is where Grandview we get into really the depth of retirement. When it comes to how do you build your portfolio, how much risk you want to take, your time horizon, because remember, it's your longest vacation. It has to last 20, 25 years.
For sure. So. The next thing we don't always really like to talk about, and that's wills.
Yeah, nobody likes to talk about mortality.
No,
it's not a, this is not
but reality.
This is not a Thanksgiving topic, okay?
Right.
Dinner topic. But wills and power of attorneys. Power of attorneys, there's two. There's the financial, and the second one is the healthcare directive. But the wills is, you know, what happens when you pass away, or your spouse, or you both pass away at the same time? What happens to your money, your estate? So it is important. If you have special needs children, it's even more important, especially in your wills, if you need to set up a special needs trust in the event of your death. So power of attorneys is financial. If you get knocked on the head, you can't make financial decisions. And of course, nobody wants to even think about a healthcare directive. So.
We're tight on time, so we have to go through the next three.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
Very quickly.
Catastrophic events.
I don't want to think about
yeah,
that
this
either.
is one. If you end up in a nursing home, that's, you know, are they going to take my house? So that's what the catastrophic events, and how do you plan for that catastrophic event?
And then a lot of people have pensions.
And pension options. If you're lucky to have a pension, you got the golden ticket. You know, state workers, teachers. Which option do you take? Lump sum, single life, 50%, 100%. Those are decisions. Once you make the decision is made. So, and even the Teamsters have pensions still around as well. So very important decisions to be made on that particular one. On
the screen, you can find out how to get in contact with Bruce and the team. And when is that event?
October 11th.
October 11th. So go to grandview.com for more information. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we go to break, we thank Grandview Asset Management for sponsoring the previous segment. We'll be right back.